regardless of morality, when you call for military action to be taken against the Israeli state, it's a very cute thing to do inherently, but the reality is it's bound to fail, and you don't suffer the consequences. You're not the one getting drones, you're not your own family.
Yeah, but you're like the occupier. How can you victimize yourself? You're the occupier.
He's not talking about morality. He's not talking about morality.
I'm not talking about victimizing, I'm talking about practicality.
No,
It's pragmatic. He's pragmatic.
It's about pragmatic.
But he clearly
Okay, what about the IDF when they're targeting school children and hospitals? Do you
That's not the
condemn
point.
that?
That's not his point. I want to talk about his point.
That's not my point.
Wait, listen.
I agree with you. My
Condemnation,
Yes.
no, very important,
Yes,
is
go
one
on.
of the dumbest things. We live in a world where everyone goes on the news. Let me finish. Everyone goes on the news, and depending on which side you're from, we ask them, do you condemn the other side? So no problem, you condemn the other side. What does it achieve in reality? I can condemn everything up the wazoo, it doesn't change reality.
Yes.
You could condemn everything up the reality. And we've reached a stage in reality where we don't actually call for practical solutions. We just ask, do you condemn him?
But who told
Thank you, you've
but-
condemned
wait,
me.
hang on. Who told you we have the scope to change things?
We do.
No, we don't.
We do.
We can only give our opinions. So my point is, at least from your point, from your opinion, was it right for the Israelis what they're doing to the Palestinians? Yes or no?
Every single innocent life that is lost, including Palestinians, is wrong and an abysmal shame.
Fantastic.
And,
Thank you very much.
And
That
must
No,
be
I was going to
stopped.
say it's a necessity or something. Is it a necessity?
What?
Is it a necessity that those 7,000 or 8,000 maybe Palestinians have
So
died?
first of all, something can be
If there
wrong.
was a shooting, if there was a school shooter, would you bomb the school with all the students inside?
Exactly. Would you?
No.
Okay. Then fair enough.
Well,
At least
not
you can
really, 'cause
answer.
I'm not gonna
Why
go
can't
back
they
on my
answer? Why can't
I
they?
can't speak for others.
I know.
I can't
But
speak
you're
for
one of the
others.
decent people.
But
You
the
clearly
point
don't
of it is,
understand
because
history.
what the point goes back to my
For
whole point was
centuries.
going back is we've reached a stage in society. So you, regardless of the numbers who go protest, it's not even relevant. Where inherently people feel, and it's not an attack on individual people you hear by yourself, but people feel. So we've gone to a protest once a week, once a month.
No, I don't see the benefits of protest.
No,
From my
I'm not
perspective.
talking about you. Like I said,
No, I'm just saying, at least
like I
give
said,
your opinion.
Like I said, I'm not talking about you. We lived in a society where people, so we're putting up lapel, we've tweeted hashtag Free Palestine, we've moved on in life, where inherently, and my point is inherently, for most people here, Palestine is a once, every time it reflares up, that's when it becomes important to them. For me-
That's actually true. That's actually true.
No, and the issue inherently,
actually
and you see by their actions and how they want. For me, Palestine is an every single day issue. It's not an issue once a week, once every 6 months.
It's always been the issue.
No, it's because I live it. I live on a regular basis.
Okay.
For me, I understand they're doing nothing. I understand the loss of life. I have a friend whose entire family was wiped out and he found out because he saw it live stream.
Yeah.
I have a friend who, what? I have a friend who saw that. Now, for me, this is not, so for everyone here, so you see a picture of a mangled baby in regard, for you, no problem, so it's sad, you know, it's horrible, but it's not practical reality, and you see by the actions people take, and it's not just in the West, it's the entire world, it flares up once every 6 months, a year, whatever the number is, and you see by how people act, they spend 90% of the time asking, do you condemn the other side?
The Western media likes to control
It's not
when
the
to make the
Western-
Palestinian issue relevant when it's not. I'm not talking about you.
It's not- no, it's
I'm
not
talking
the
about the
Western
Western media.
point. Hello, it's the
The
Arab
Western
countries-
media.
it's the Arab countries
Wait,
as well.
hang on, 1 second. The
is
Western
larger
media. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the Western media. They choose when to make the Palestinian conflict irrelevant. Yeah, they're the one that's dictating, right? Why can't the Western media, why can't they condemn? Why are we always in the back foot? Do you condemn what the Hamas is doing? Do you condemn this? They can't even condemn themselves what the Israelis are doing. Do you, ask them a simple question. Do you condemn what the IDF
Again,
are
that's
doing?
pointless. It goes back to
No,
my
it's not
point.
pointless.
It is.
It's no.
And I tell you why, no.
Don't, it's
what
not
does
about
the
you.
condemnation achieve? Tell
I'm
me
tr-
what it achieves.
Sorry?
So you've got BBC to condemn Israel. What have you achieved?
Because
Tell me
it-
what the achievement is.
Do you know what's the achievement? Do you know what's the achievement?
Please.
We can't change. But you know what? It reveals the true colors. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you can make change. You can make practical change.
So admit it. That's what I'm saying. Not you. I'm saying the Western media.
No, but you can make practical
Why can't the
change.
Western media
That is
say
correct.
fairly, IDF are targeting school kids, children, hospitals?
Very simple.
Why can't they condemn?
It's very simple because everyone does that.
Oh, everyone does that.
That's the reality. We talk about war crimes the entire time. Everyone talks.
Oh, no, that's fine. No problem.
Everyone talks about war crimes the entire time.
My
The
voice
reality
is loud anyway.
The International Criminal Court has only tried black people. No white people have ever made it to the International Criminal Court. What? Is it because white people don't commit war crimes?
I wanna address
No,
your point. I wanna-
it's not because white people don't commit. It's no, Putin, Blair, the invasion of Iraq. It's not because white people don't cause it. Because that's my point when I go back to my original point. What I was trying to make is when morality, international law, all these things are not relevant because they're selectively enforced. So we have to talk about what's the practicality of what the practical solution is. And the entire world, it seems to, is more interested in soundbite. Do you agree he committed a war crime? What's the relevant?
Can I respond?
the relevancy is, especially in Israel, in the Palestinian territories, in the Arab world, to a certain extent the Islamic world, they understand, at least taking your argument from a theoretical basis, they understand what's going on in that land and the repercussions in terms of what's going on now. About the media in the West, okay, a lot of these people are ill-informed. They don't know the situation like you or we do historically and what's going on now. To them, the sound narrative, they press play on the sound narrative since the 7th of October. Okay? Right. Public opinion matters.
Exactly.
And for public opinion to be formed, the truth has to be discussed. Either way. The truth has to be discussed and understood so people can make an informed, so public opinion can be drawn upon informed information, not partial propaganda information. So in terms of the media in the West, everything has to be explained black and white, so people understand. So people understand.
They don't care about people. But first of all, the argument is inherently flawed.
It's not.
Yes, let's go back to the original. You talk about the Arab world caring. They don't.
They do.
They don't. I'll prove it to you in a simple way.
people care.
Assad has killed more Palestinians
people
in the
care.
last 10 years than Israel has killed in 50 years.
Yes. And what's
It
the
means
result
the
of
people
that?
care,
What?
not the governments, the people.
Yeah, and he was just welcomed back into the Arab League.
And who's Assad?
Yeah, that's
What?
the government, that's not the
Syrian
people.
So
League.
so you're conflating two things.
I'm not. So let me finish. Let me finish. And I'll let you go. When we talk about the fact is that in Jordan or in Lebanon, the Palestinians don't have rights.
That's the government,
They
not
have
the
much-
people.
Well, we're
Again.
talking about the government. And
I
again,
said the people.
Yeah,
I
we're
said
not
that
claiming the
governments.
government's care. Who's claiming all the government's care?
So the
Who
Arab
claims
people
that?
in the Islamic world, the people,
Jordan
not
has
the
a-
government.
Jordan-
Jordan has a
fucking-
massive protest.
Jordan is a
going on.
functioning democracy.
I'm talking about the people.
Yeah, but they elect the people.
Not
who
the
represent them.
leaders.
But they elect them. They
There's a
choose
king.
them.
Dude,
There's
what are
also
you talking
democracy, but
about?
It's not like the same as.
Jordan has
Right.
parliament.
Let's
question.
look.
What is-
I'm
what is
talking
the-
about the people. You're talking about the government.
No, but they're not. You can't
Let's,
define.
you can differentiate. Let's talk about the government.
You can't
No
differentiate.
problem.
Nonsense.
Let's talk about the government. Okay.
The Syrian
You
government,
said
I
Assad
know
has
it.
killed
Most Syrian
more
people hate them.
Exactly.
Syrians than what the Israelis have killed.
No, I said he killed more Palestinians than the Israelis have.
I don't know about this. I don't know. But let's say yes,
Maybe it
theoretically. Let's say that. And then you said Assad has been welcomed back into the Arab League. Yeah? Okay. What Arab countries have recognized the state of Israel?
Jordan, Egypt,
Bahrain, the UAU,
Oman,
Bahrain, and
Oman
Sudan,
has it.
Oman partially, right? Okay, back channels, partially. Okay, so that's the same. Say, what about you saying that the Arab countries have accepted Assad back into the Arab League? It's like saying certain Arab countries have recognized Israel, even though they're doing what they're doing. It's the same way. It doesn't mean anything.
I disagree with you.
But it
So
doesn't mean
that's
anything.
I disagree with you.
But it doesn't mean anything. When in most cases these countries, which people don't think exceptions to what I'm about to say, but in generally speaking, there's a disconnect between the people and the leadership. In general, what tact, what position the leadership take is different to the wills and the aspirations of the people. There's a big disconnect there.
Right, but you can't completely separate them. I agree.
Ask the man, as they say, the man on the Arab street, David, should Assad be sat next to them, next to their leadership on the Arab League? They will say no.
Yeah.
But the leadership have taken a pragmatic approach whereby Assad is not going anywhere. So we're best bringing him back into the Arab League and have him on our side rather than on the other side. Not to go into details. You know what I want. Have him on our side rather than the other side. It doesn't mean anything. You're based on what you're saying, David, it's like the Arab people and the Islamic people hearts are so dead that they don't care.
I think you're wrong, and I agree that while the actions of the government are not completely be taken as support for the people, I think undoubtedly the majority of these countries don't adopt democratic. There's very little civilian participation. I don't think Chris disagree in that, but one can't deny that the people, through the actions they have taken or inactions for that price, has led to where they only flare up or take positions when Israel's involved. And it's not about the Muslim people.
They do flare up.
It's not caring about the Ummah, because the same countries have triple, double their investment when it comes with China, which is committing genocide on the Uyghurs.
Yeah.
Has not taken any issue with supplying weapons to the Myanmar when they're committing
What's your point?
Myanmar military when they're
What's your point?
they're committing and complete genocide on the Rohingya people.
What's your point?
And it goes on to it goes on to the other countries where majority of the Arab and Gulf countries, Kuwait kicked out almost 500,000 Palestinians right after the first Gulf War because Arafat decided to open his fat mouth, so they decided to blame it on all the Kuwaitis.
So Arafat backed Saddam Hussein's invasion of Kuwait.
Well, correct.
People don't know this story.
He backed Iraq, and when they lost, they kicked them all out. Now, all these examples are by governments that aren't, like I said, aren't undemocratic at all. You can't completely deny the people's responsibility.
What's happening in East Turkmenistan in China with the concentration camps is disgusting. What's happening with the Rohingya in Myanmar is disgusting. Kashmir, disgusting. Many other places in Srebrenica, what happened in Bosnia, disgusting. But David, you're missing one integral situation. As much as we obviously condemn and our hearts bleed for the people of Kashmir and the Rohingya and East Turkmenistan, there's one thing you're not understanding. Al-Aqsa is very important to the Muslims and the Arab world.
Extremist Jews don't
Let me finish. Extremely important. Whereby when it does kick off, you see the repercussions that have been happening. Even if their hearts were diseased and they were laying down on the couch reading about East Turkmenistan or reading about Kashmir or Rohingya, believe you me, once they read something about Palestine, they're going to stand up and speak about it. For sure. For sure. So some people in general, taking your point of view, your standing, they are, they're misreading the heartfelt situation that the Muslims have for Al-Aqsa and Palestine. As a believing Jew and a practicing Jew, we believe it's a blessed land. We believe Al-Aqsa is the third most holy site. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a point of Aqidah theology, Al-Aqsa for us. It's integral to our religion. So this is why people, regardless of the leaders, this is why people take a stand for Palestine and the Palestinians. Probably more so than East Turkmenistan, more than the Rohingya, more than Kashmir, more than any other people. It's very dear to our hearts.
So tell me if I'm understanding this correctly. You're saying the reason why Palestine is more important is because the land is important to you. The people are just second to it.
No.
So let me just give you a second. In East Turkmenistan and Rohingya, we're talking about with the closest thing to the Holocaust is the Holocaust. East Turkmenistan has concentration camps, fully active concentration camps. The Rohingyas are literally burning people alive. They're driving them out. We've got 500,000 of them in Bangladesh currently. Bangladesh want to kick out. That's a separate point. We're talking about actual Holocaust going on there. And people are less concerned about that than what's happening in Palestine. While yes, there's thousands of Palestinians who are dying, nowhere near the number what's going on in there. So how is there any other way to see it other than the land is more important than the people?
The Prophet peace be upon him said, to paraphrase, the blood of one Muslim is more blessed than the Kaaba.